Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Yes.
Because, you know, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. You know what? I love that the rest of our life holds no importance of any kind.
At all.
The rest of our school experience, our home life, what we do in any of our other time. Nothing matters in this entire world except Sayori and when she is there and this club.
Yeah, it sounds like apparently I'm supposed to be enjoying these girls, but I literally could not give a single fuck.
Or it could be that this is the only part of your life worth note because it's the only place you have stress and irritation.
Oh, that could make sense. Like, really just being like, the reason I hyper-focus on this shit so much is because I cannot go home and no one will let me be free and be myself and be the splat that I am known to be.
And you can get through the entire rest of your day and all of your experiences, no problem, no major issues, nothing, phenomenal. Splat's life is not filled with drama or challenge in any way, and is very, very comfortable. And Sayori was like, step out of your comfort zone, please. And Splat went, oh my god, now that I have stepped out, it is deeply uncomfortable.
It is harsh.
You have been correct. This is outside of my comfort zone. It is so far outside of my comfort zone, it is almost like it is in...
I just don't like it.
Oh, well, that's fair.
I just really
I will not be
don't like
poetic here. I just don't like it.
I just don't like it. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable over the past couple. What?
Oh, we are now saying there's been a time skip. At
What?
least they are earmarking the time skip.
They said we were going to be doing a poem again. So do
Tomorrow.
we skip the poem?
Or for the past couple of days, meaning we have attended it the first time, we've attended it the poetry
second time, yeah.
and this is the third day. So not actually a time skip, it's just that the language made you go,
It's
wait,
weird.
a couple of days has happened. And what it means is the last two couple of days that we've been on screen for and had happened. The first day we joined and the day we read the infamous poetry.
Right, poets.
Poets.
Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
And the usual scene means Sayori by herself.
Great.
Oh.
Look, a singular person is a whole scene. And then with this scene, you need to remember that the safe word is lobster, okay?
Right. And since you're going to have your Jazzercise in, because you want to strengthen your face, you may not be able to say it clearly. So we'll all just hope for the best.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to mention that sometimes we make memes on our Tumblr channel, and some of them we think we're very funny with.
Yes.
But recently we ran into a facial exercise tool called Jazzercise, which is really supposed to strengthen your jaw, bring blood flow to your face, give you a facial workout.
Tighten your face up because
And
otherwise
then-
you look like an old motherfucker. And
One,
we all hate
you look old, and we need to
revolutionize.
revolutionize, looking young, because the only thing that's appealing to anyone is a newborn babe, right? I was
The fresh skin of a newborn baby.
right, if you don't look like you've just come out of the womb, no one will want
Not
you.
you, yes.
All right, I would say, but that also, nobody wants a double chin, because, having, padding upon you or variations of your face, if you have anything less than a razor-sharp jawline, you are not appealing. So there we are. Now we have babies with razor-sharp jawlines, and we're all very attractive. No nostrils, though. All right.
No nostrils.
I was going to say, but the tool, the Jazzercise.
The Jazzercise.
It's a ball gag.
It is a ball gag.
It is a ball gag that you chew on, and you chew on rhythmically, and
It's
you
a
chew
chew
on,
toy.
and you chew on in sets, so as to produce a workout routine. And I'm just like, go exercise ball gag.
It was really wild. We were having quite a time, and we just giggled because also then we had to think about old tools that have been around for years, like the Thigh Master.
Where people
so we
went,
did a whole string
this-
of them.
We did. We put together the four
Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
of the Fitpocalypse.
The Fitpocalypse.
And so it was just one of those things of going, these are four things that we've seen go through the, adstravaganza of here's the newest fitness or health tool that all had really clear sexual parallels to everyone, just about everyone who saw the ads.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we just went, well, there's another one.
Hey!
Hi, Splat.
Yeah, it's Sayori.
I'm a little chill because I've gotten used to my discomfort and have just existentially settled into sadness.
I have not settled anywhere. I do not wish to settle. I wish to go beyond. And then I'm going to end up in college, and then they will have a literature class that will contain me in class level 401. And it will be great.
Excellent. I love it.
We're advancing super high. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Not like, you're in a bad mood, because I don't really care about any of your other moods. I just go, if Sayori is not universally happy, I will be upset.
It's something is wrong with Sayori.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm
just
oh, that's
that's my line, Splat.
No, you don't need a line.
I know
My line.
you said that
Mine.
you would prefer that all of my dialogue is extremely short and massively truncated and contains as few words as possible. But if you're going to try and say my lines, they're still going to be just as long. It's just that you'll be saying them instead.
I know! And then I'll be listening to me and not you.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I'm just still not used to you being in the club. That's all. And it's just really exciting to see you and see you regularly because, we haven't done that for years at all.
I see. I just see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood.
You should just know that your very existence puts me in a good mood because I am profoundly and madly infatuated with you and attached to you in what is likely an unhealthy way, and I just weigh all of my personal value on your opinions of me. And so seeing you at all validates that I still exist.
Wow. I'm sure there's something deep there, but I don't care, so I'm just gonna move on and just not give a damn. Well, I guess it's always the simple things with you. Anyway.
Yes!
So, you're easy to satisfy, and therefore, this is why you have no life.
And no boyfriend, because I'm not high enough maintenance to be a good girlfriend, right?
Right.
Wait, did I understand that wrong? I think that's how girlfriends work. Speaking of which, speaking of me being really easy to satisfy and or really easy to excite and or make happy, I'm kind of hungry and I'm really tired of eating nothing but the Twinkies I bring for you because I'm so disorganized that I can never think of myself, only of you, because it is just really distressing to think about anything about my life. So I packed 100 of your favorite Twinkies into the face for you, and I've been kind of slowly eating them all day, but I'm really hungry for regular food. Will you come with me to buy a snack? And maybe we'll get to see another background in this, school.
Hey, no. Ha! No! Thanks.
Or are you gonna, turn it into, a fat shaming thing if I talk about food?
I might. If you try me, I'll do it. That's all I need to have.
That's not like you at all. Usually, you help me with everything.
Yeah, well, I have my reasons. Why, we have such exclusive reasons, actually, that even we don't know what the shit is going on.
We have no idea.
Whoa! I have my reasons.
And I am a them of very particular
taste. You wouldn't like me when I'm hangry. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
That is such a weird, wild
What?
non sequitur, other than maybe there's food in there. But
Hang
also,
on.
I can shit on you for your purse now. We're going to invade Sayori's space
What
really
is
aggressively
this?
again. Okay, so I don't connect to what the character's doing there of going, no, I won't go with you. Let's take a look at your purse. Now, are we going to shame Sayori about money?
That's
be
kind of
like,
what I was
Look,
thinking.
you don't even have any money, so if I went with you, it'd be so I could pay. And that is underhanded to put me in that position, thank.
Or going, Sayori, you forget that you have all of this food and you have so much that you're hoarding? What are you doing? Honey, you're already fat enough as is. Basically is where I'm afraid it's going to go. Because I am with my friend, actually, kind of going, I feel like this is going to be just not just your boobs have gotten bigger. It's just that all of you has gotten bigger, and that's embarrassing.
We'll find out. Oh, why that? All of a sudden?
No reason, really.
Unrelated to anything that's happened on screen recently or previously in any way. I just suddenly saw your purse and went, ew, we should look at that.
You. Honey, we need to look at your purse. Purse first. I just wanted to look at your purse first. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. Does she not have money? This might literally be a money thing.
It could be a money thing. I was going to say, also, we're not retrieving a purse. We're retrieving a coin purse.
Yeah.
Which, from everything I know, are different items. Coin purse not being the thing you normally carry by itself outside of another bag unless it is inside of a pocket or other container. You don't usually carry a coin purse as a handbag.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about your purse. We're talking about your coin purse.
Yes, which, considering the fact that they're both sometimes called purse, and they don't get very, sometimes people go, I want to see your purse, and somebody shows their coin purse.
I'm going, what's in your purse? How much do you have in your purse?
Also,
but that's also an older term that I'm used to, because calling the coin purse a purse like your money purse is very medieval in my experience with linguistic use.
Right? I don't know. It's a little interesting. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk.
She is so accommodating.
She's very poor. Only 2 small coins fall out.
And the size is very important. It's not the denomination, it's the actual size. The vending machine doesn't take small coins.
You have to really realize this because I know in other countries sometimes you have like dimes, and dimes are like itty bitty, and they are actually the smallest, even though they have a large denomination on them. It doesn't mean jack shit.
Yeah.
And in other countries, they never do crap like that, ever. It's not like also where metal actually is being used less commonly in other countries. It actually tends to be more paper, as far as I understand, more than actually using coin denominations, because coin actually costs so much to make.
A lot of the coins cost way more to make than they are worth. And that's an interesting thing where they're like, we've considered discontinuing the American penny many times because it is more expensive to make a penny than a penny is actually worth.
Yes.
And they're going, but the penny is so popular socially that we make a money sink out of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is amazing. You know, it's kind of like the United States Postal Service, where it doesn't perform anything and it loses billions every year.
Billions of dollars because people aren't paying for, they're not buying mail service.
Privatization.
Oh my god. I'm still irritated about that. Okay, but I think that is where we're going here with basically Sayori is asking you to come, and what it is it's a very quiet request for you to actually buy her something. It's sort of hoping that you will understand that she can't afford it and that you will then chip in and help. And you're calling her out on it and going, we are not that close. We are not that good of friends. You can't just casually and, you know, in an implied way ask me to give you money. We're going to just lay your business out for everyone else here, because I'm only going to assume, if it's the same picture we see every day, that the other 3 girls are here. And none of them have greeted us or spoken to us in any way. They've just quietly sat and watched while we do this interaction with Sayori, who they've all decided is a really important priority for us, and thereby the thing that we need to handle first.
Right.
And that we are then going to, put out Sayori's financial experience and, you know, her 3 extra jobs that she tries to use to pay the mortgage with her dead parents.
But honestly, like, I'm just like, this is so aggressive.
It is.
Like, wildly so. Even just within the narrative of the story itself. This is, like, really, like, aggressive public shaming going, I am going to make you dump out your money and prove a point to you. Like, this is mean.
Yeah, it is mean. This is it feels directly mean. Additionally, it feels directly like you could be doing this quietly and going, Sayori, do you not have money, kind of thing. But it is literally this, you will put this out for everyone to see. And Sayori seems so cowed by the protagonist that is like, I won't even hand it to you. I know what you're asking for, and you're asking for a public shaming exercise, and I will dump it out clearly where everyone can see, rather than to try and keep this private between us.
This is really cruel. Like, honestly, like, I was like, oh, and
from
then
my
she dumps it
interpretation,
out.
this sounds incredibly cruel,
you know,
and very dark. And I've seen a couple of things like this just growing up poor. I just feel like me, lies is hashtag grew up poor, kind of thing.
Hashtag growing up poor, I actually think is a hashtag, which is really sad.
Could be.
Yeah.
Occasionally I've seen things where I'm like, oh my god, Scandal, look at this. This is a poor people thing. And Scandal stares at it and goes, okay. And I'm like, no, but this is my people.
And I'm like,
okay.
I did not experience that.
At all. Anyway, so
God.
that kind of thing. But, yeah, so this just feels like something that I've seen occasionally where somebody will be excluded from an activity, almost in that theatrical way that they present bullies in movies and shows sometimes, where they're like, I will just, you know, make it so, well, you can't afford to go to this fancy thing. But it would sometimes be like, cool, so we're all going to go to this thing, and everyone, you know, let's put out our money to show we can buy the tickets or the entrance fee or whatever it is.
Right.
And then you'd have the 1 or 2 really poor kids being like, yeah, you know, I didn't really want to go, because they can't put the money out to show they can participate.
Yeah.
Even if potentially they would have been able to get the money before the activity happens, it's that kind of thing of then you immediately go, I'm trying not to put my experience out in front of everyone, and you having more money are challenging me to do so, going, I just have cash I can carry around, and you're going, yeah, you know what, I'm too busy to go anyway, so I don't have to participate.
Yeah.
So this feels very dark to me.
It also feels dark to me in the sense of just like the entire like activity of social shaming anyway has always bothered me, where it's like really kids are taught to basically judge, going, if you don't have this thing, you're not the in crowd, we have to kick you out because you're clearly not a part of the group where the stuff is important.
You can't be included. Yeah,
you're just I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
You worked 3 jobs.
Yeah, and
your parents are dead.
I know, but I have 3 whole jobs to try and feed myself with after all of the bills associated with illicit home ownership where I pretend that they're still alive so I can pay the bills. And, I know you pay a lot of attention to me, and so I should feel like this is something you might notice, but I thought maybe this time you would let it slide.
Sayori, I've let it slide a lot. Honey, what are you spending your money on? You have 3 jobs.
The gas bill, and the house payment, and, lighting. Occasionally
Electricity,
internet,
water,
because
phone.
I can't do my homework without email because that's how schools work. I'm sorry. I've tried to cut the bills down harder. I do, pay per usage, cell phone.
Stuff. Yeah. It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room.
And now I am Sherlock Holmes and I would figure out everything.
Because I honestly, the level of, invasiveness involved with Sayori really bugs me.
It's
Your
intensive.
character's really I don't care, I'm not really involved. And then suddenly it's I am obsessively aware of all of your weird tics and habits, despite the fact that I have shat on you, even just, again, in the game itself. This main character's not nice.
Yeah.
At all. And they're I know better than you, and I'm just clearly more aware than you, and you're trying to trick me, or basically going, Sayori might not even have had lunch, but you don't know. Oh, well, Sayori has unnecessary snacks.
Right.
Sayori unnecessarily snacks all the time.
Well, it's also a level of going, we have called Sayori disorganized and poorly planned and, an airhead. And then we're going, well, if you'd have had the money, you'd have clearly been more organized. So even your own logic doesn't work very well. We're going, an organized person would have bought it before the club room. But you've already said you think of her as being unorganized.
Yeah.
So this doesn't follow anyways, even though it's I have a Sherlock moment, and you would have bought it first if you could have afforded it.
Of course.
On the other hand, it could be a Sayori behavior, again, to buy snacks all the time because she probably stress eats a lot, or she can't afford things frequently, so when she can, she sort of binges.
Hence the thing of going unnecessary spending and unnecessary snack times, because Sayori is actually basically trying to compensate and cope with the fact that she hates her life, or that everything stresses her out, or whatever it might be. Which would be really fucking sad. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing.
Okay,
wow,
but
that
those
is
are
nasty.
Both of those are really aggressive conclusions, and it is a false dichotomy. There could be 100 other reasons why it went that way.
Yeah.
But both of those are aggressive pieces of dichotomy. Neither of those are, hey, well, this could have happened, or this did happen. Even a solid extrapolation of clearly you did this, and there's a nice possibility and an undesirable possibility.
Yes.
It's just both of them are completely undesirable, and that's who you are. But there's also one more thing.
Hey, by the way, there's one more thing. You're always hungry. I am calling you fat.
That's because I never get to eat because I can almost never afford food.
There's also, again, I hate that where people go, oh my god, all these people who are incredibly fat, they all happen to be really poor. I'm if you guys know anything about how bodies work, based on even how I understand it, a lot of people store fat because of stress. Their bodies go, I will starve, so I'm going to hold on to as much as possible, and something might happen, a threat might occur. I need to hold on to basically fat, because fat is sugar, and fat is, many other things. You can burn it when you actually need to use it.
So
people are trying to basically preemptively prepare or defend themselves against potential starvation.
I'll say one of the interesting things about what a cool-ass survival species that we are, and have been as biologically successful as we are as humans, even if we're not very socially successful. We'll just put that out there.
At least in the U.S.
Wow. I just, if we were more connected overall, it just, as a species, I don't know how socially successful we are.
Yes.
Individual pockets, notwithstanding.
Yes.
All right, I was going to say, is that we can survive long periods without food by packing on huge amounts of weight, when we do have food, much like bears do for, the winter. Mm-hmm. They don't just go to sleep because, and hibernation doesn't work like a lot of people think it does with bears. It is not like I go into a coma and do not move for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. It's different with different animals, but bears is less of a complete hibernation based on the current, nature knowledge that I have. Mm-hmm. It's not the same as a groundhog's hibernation, which is a deep, profound sleep where they go into stasis, basically.
Right. A torpor.
Yeah, kind of thing. I would say anyway. So we have this ability of, if our bodies know that we frequently don't have food, we frequently have patches where we don't have food, it will continue to stack on weight. So there's this meme that goes around occasionally where you show a poor person who is fat and you go, oh, couldn't afford to buy food, I don't believe you. And I've seen it several places and it pisses me off. Again, being of that poor person demographic through my entire youth. And going, there is so much of when I have food, I will eat, and your body will store it because it knows, your biology knows that you're going to go through a period without food again. And you end up having a lot of weight.
I was also going to say, as far as I also understand for the science that I have done research on, there's also the fact that your body cannot tell when you're actually in danger. So if you're stressed out all the time and going, I'm not going to get enough food, and panicking always around or about food, typically what happens with bodies, as far as I can understand or as far as I can comprehend, bodies will pack on more weight because you have so much food stress, and the body is afraid that you're going to lose food, that we won't have enough food. Quick, eat the food! The food is so important. We're starving all the time, even though we have basically so much weight. It's because the body is afraid that you're not going to get enough until you get to the point where you really actually don't have enough, and the body's like, I was right! It clings and holds on to it and is correct,
So, and it does depend on, there is a psychological and a physiological element to it,
yes,
as with most things, because our minds and our bodies interact.
Wow.
I'll say, but in a lot of cases, if you have your fight or flight associated with money and food, and especially stress about food, eating, and weight in general, your body's more likely to hold weight because there's stress associated with food.
Yeah.
And the only knowledge that your body, in its very primal, beautiful state, that it has in reference to food is you have it or you don't.
Yeah.
And so that is a thing that can be a big contributing factor. In the meantime, though, we're going to always be hungry in the next episode.
Yes, absolutely.
Poor man. Sayori's a hungry baby. I want to feed her.
I feel very bad for her, genuinely. Honestly, though, thank you very much, guys, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And please also feel free to share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Also, if you'd like to support us more directly, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. I've got some links in the description down below. And other than that, I have been Scandal.
And we're all going to buy Splat a Twinkie.
Yeah! Give me Twinkies! Do it! Go to the Ko-Fi!
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!